The Galactic Training Academy's emergency sirens wailed through the sterile corridors as Instructor Zethkar frantically activated containment protocols. Through the reinforced observation deck, the assembled alien delegates watched in horror as the newest addition to their Predator training program prowled the combat arena below. "How did it escape?" demanded Ambassador Elix, her crystalline form shimmering with anxiety. The Crystalline Confederation had specifically requested a demonstration of the Academy's most advanced anti-predator training techniques. Zethkar's forearms worked furiously across the control panel. The Vorthak cub's restraints malfunctioned during the feeding cycle. It's now in full hunting mode. He turned to face the delegates, his scaled face pale with fear. This particular specimen is from Vorthak Prime's northern wastes, bred specifically for aggression and lethality. Even as a juvenile, it could tear through a squad of trained soldiers. The creature below was a nightmare of evolution's cruelest design, standing nearly 3 meters tall even as a young adult. The Vorthak possessed razor-sharp claws that could slice through titanium, muscles that could crush bones with casual force, and predatory instincts honed by millions of years of apex evolution. Its obsidian black hide rippled with each movement, and its 6 eyes scanned the arena with calculating intelligence. "Where are your emergency response teams?" asked General Thurok of the Militant Alliance, his mandibles clicking nervously. "En route, but they'll need at least 10 minutes to suit up in powered armor," Zethkar replied. "Protocol demands we—" "Wait for—" A soft chime interrupted him as the arena's secondary entrance activated. Through the doorway stepped a figure that made several delegates gasp in recognition, and others recoil in instinctive fear. It was a human. Dr. Sarah Chen walked into the arena wearing nothing more than her standard-issue jumpsuit and a gentle smile. At barely 1.7 meters tall and possessing no visible natural weapons, she appeared laughably inadequate against the massive predator that now turned its attention toward her. "By the void," whispered Ambassador Ilix. "Someone contact human. Command immediately. Their representative has wandered into the containment area." Zethkar was already reaching for the communication array when something unprecedented happened. The human began making soft rhythmic sounds, what their species called cooing, and slowly lowered herself into a crouched position. The Vorthak, designed by evolution to respond to such positioning as either submission or preparation for attack, tilted its massive head. Its 6 eyes focused intently on the small human, but instead of lunging forward to eliminate the threat, it took a cautious step closer. "Fascinating," Dr. Chen said softly, her voice somehow carrying clearly through the arena's audio pickups. "Look at those beautiful markings along your ridge. You're probably from the Cathera Mountains, aren't you, gorgeous?" She extended one hand, palm up, in what any reasonable species would recognize as a suicidal gesture. The Vorthak's head dropped, lower, bringing its massive jaws within easy striking distance of the human's fragile appendage. In the observation deck, General Thurok had begun composing a death certificate. Then the impossible happened. The Vorthak, this apex predator bred for violence and trained for killing, gently touched its snout to the human's palm. A low rumbling emerged from its throat, not the hunting growl the delegates expected, but something altogether different. "It's purring," stammered Zethkar. Dr. Chen's smile widened as she slowly moved her hand to scratch behind one of the creature's auditory ridges. "That's right, beautiful. You're just scared and confused, aren't you? These bright lights and loud noises must be overwhelming." The Vorthak's massive body relaxed visibly as the human continued her gentle ministrations. It lowered itself to the arena floor, bringing its head to the human's level, and the purring intensified. "In my homeworld's archives," Dr. Chen continued conversationally, clearly aware her every word was being recorded, "we have creatures called cats. Some are small enough to hold in your arms, others large enough to hunt adult humans. But they all share certain behavioral patterns." She moved her hands in long, smooth strokes along the creature's neck. "Predators often become dangerous when they feel trapped or threatened. Remove the threat, show them kindness, and sometimes—" The Vorthak rolled onto its side, exposing its armored belly, a position of complete trust that no academy instructor had ever witnessed from the species. Ambassador Elix found her voice first. How is this possible? Our xenobiologists spent years developing safety protocols for Vorthak interaction. Every model predicted immediate aggression toward unknown species. Dr. Chen looked up at the observation deck, still gently stroking the now docile predator. Your models probably assumed the creature would view me as either prey or competitor. But humans have been domesticating predators for thousands of years. We've learned to recognize the difference between true aggression and defensive behavior. She gestured to the Vorthak, which had begun making small chirping sounds of contentment. This beautiful girl isn't a monster. She's a frightened juvenile separated from her pack. On Earth, we have a saying, there are no bad dogs, only bad owners. Zethkar's hands had stopped moving across his controls entirely. Are you suggesting that our training methods are flawed? I'm suggesting that maybe, just maybe instead, of teaching your people to fear predators, you might consider teaching them to understand them. Dr. Chen stood slowly, and the Vorthak immediately raised its head to maintain contact with her hand. Fear creates aggression. Understanding creates cooperation. As if to emphasize her point, the massive predator nudged against the human's side like an oversized pet seeking attention. Dr. Chen laughed, a sound of pure joy that somehow seemed to calm even the nervous delegates watching from above. Would you look at that, she said, scratching behind the creature's neck ridge again. I think someone just wants to be friends. In the observation deck, a dozen of the galaxy's most advanced civilizations watched in stunned silence as a lone human accomplished what their combined military expertise had deemed impossible. She had faced their ultimate predator with nothing but kindness, patience, and an inexplicable confidence that the universe was fundamentally friendly. And somehow, impossibly, she had been right. General Thurok was the first to break the silence. Perhaps, he said slowly, we have been approaching this problem from the wrong angle entirely. Ambassador Ilix nodded, her crystalline form flickering with something that might have been wonder. Indeed, it appears the humans have much to teach us about the nature of predation. Below in the arena, Dr. Chen continued her impromptu bonding session with humanity's newest and most unlikely friend, blissfully unaware that she had just revolutionized galactic military doctrine with nothing more than a gentle touch and an open heart.